my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down. All around this empty town, we're searching for the lost and found. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Just stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. I prayed for you, kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fear. I'm on my own, made it so, and now I'm just like next to I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laughing at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill. An ally has been slain.
won't survive. Let's finish this quickly.
An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise.
An ally has been slain.
This is no challenge.
Enemy double kill. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Only fools place
Your
light.
team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Yo, I am Niviro, and this is my brand new track called Beans. It's the official follow-up for The Floor is Lava, so let me know what you think of it. Enjoy!
Challenged.
Yo, Domestic here. I'm glad to be on the NCS album with my track Forever. Forever is a melodic future house track with a high energy drop. My goal with this project was to create a catchy song with some fresh sound design. I'm really happy with the final results, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well.
His team out of the group stage.
I think what often gets lost in AD carry discussions is the fact that they are so reliant on their bottom lane. This is a common theme between both Reckless and Double Lift today.
Okay.
Reckless did not seem like he was on the same page as Hillsang. That could have something to do with his Korean boot camp where he just solo queued, you know, hundreds of games and then jumped back in with Hillsang. Or maybe with Double Lift as well. It just did not feel like either of these guys was in sync today, and they need to be in sync. These teams are too good to sack laning phase and turn it on
For
later.
investors,
They have to win lane.
And I don't think it's necessarily just the support. I also want to point out that Caps played Yasuo and he played Zoe, whereas like Uzi had, you know, the supportive mid laners. Even the second game when Xiaohu is playing Swain, that's still a pick that's going to create so much zone control, and it's about the 5v5. I feel like a lot of these compositions, especially for Uzi in the Kog'Maw game, were set up to make him thrive, whereas Fnatic have been running more of those kind of dual threat in terms of where their resources are going and how they're setting up. So it's not like Reckless got, you know, a Karma
left out to dry a little.
Yeah.
So for me, I actually don't think that, like, as an individual or even as a bot lane, they're underperforming. I kind of just see them as having low impact and being kind of scared. Like, they just...
That isn't.
But I mean, sure, in the context, but like mechanically, I feel like I've watched this game, like considering the matchups that he's put into, he was put into 2 losing matchups today, and like his farming was still adequate. He was still above, like above the 10 CS per minute. He was still holding his own in terms of the 2 versus 2. It was just that his impact was not there. He wasn't trying to, his positioning in fights was not out of this world. He wasn't taking that risk in order to find the play that would win his team the game. It just felt like he was taking a back step and he was trying to be the cleaner AD carry that would kind of be on the back line and kind of have Caps as the focal point. And that is not the Reckless that Fnatic fans want to see. Right. They want to see him alongside Caps. And that doesn't mean like diving on the front line, right? Working together to just run through whoever's in front of them. It just feels like that when we saw them in their finals versus G2, you could see that both of them were a constant threat that you had to respect. Whereas right now, it feels like the only threat you have to worry about is Caps.
All right, and that brings us to Doublelift, the final AD carry on the list. I mean, again, playing Jhin today, we talked about maybe some misreads on the meta for Team Liquid. Is that maybe where he just needs to shore it up? Hey, get on the meta and you'll be more successful? Or is there more play, mechanics, and decision-making, you know, going into the works here?
I mean, I think it's another scenario with Reckless. It's an AD carry meta, but the AD carry, you know, he needs a team in front of him to do something. And if Ole is having just a terrible series on Tahm Kench, his #1 job is to help Doublelift feel safe enough that he can position aggressively, that he can make those fights, and Impact is, you know, frontlining as GP and just instantly dying. What is the AD carry supposed to do? I think Reckless and Doublelift were put in similar situations where as the rest of the team is collapsing, it does, you know, shit rolls downhill and they were standing on the bottom of the hill.
I just want to see, I do want to see some different picks, even though I'm not going to completely blame the Jhin. Okay. I don't know where Caitlyn's gone. I'm going to talk to some pros and figure
We
out
brought that up,
that.
yeah.
But, you know, Kog'Maw, Ezreal, these are the things that Doublelift can thrive on. And if they've disappeared. You're going to carry your team, pick one of those champs.
Yeah, and I think like for me, like I think you summed it up quite nicely. But the key difference between Fnatic and Team Liquid is that I don't think anyone looked at Team Liquid and said Doublelift has to perform for this team to win, right? Like he's just been very consistent. He's been very stable. You can always rely on him. And I don't think he's necessarily been a detriment, right? The fact that he's playing now doesn't necessarily feel to me like that it's, I guess you could argue it's slightly different, but it feels like that the team around him is collapsing. Whereas for Reckless, he has been one of the persons that you need to step up. He is one of the 2 stars. So that's why I think there's a little more focus on Reckless, and why, for now, for the time being, my critical eye isn't so much on Doublelift, but more on sort of the team of Team.
And really quickly, Betty played great today.
He actually,
yeah. Right? So he wasn't in the conversation of the AD carry God matchup that everyone has been looking forward to, but he showed up, and he will continue to play well.
Absolutely do. Sitting at 2-0, going to look to continue pushing towards the top of the table. Of course, all of these players have 8 games left to go here in the group stage, so I want to take a look at what we've got coming up tomorrow. Now, the day starts with the O2 tier reads on the meta for Team Liquid. Is that maybe where he just needs to shore it up? Hey, get on the meta and you'll be more successful? Or is there more play, mechanics, and decision-making, you know, going into the works here?
I mean, I think it's another scenario with Reckless. It's an AD carry meta, but the AD carry, you know, he needs a team in front of him to do something. And if Ole is having just a terrible series on Tahm Kench, his #1 job is to help Doublelift feel safe enough that he can position aggressively, that he can make those fights, and Impact is, you know, frontlining as GP and just instantly dying. What is the AD carry supposed to do? I think Reckless and Doublelift were put in similar situations where as the rest of the team is collapsing, it does, you know, shit rolls downhill and they were standing on the bottom of the hill.
I just want to see, I do want to see some different picks, even though I'm not going to completely blame the Jhin. Okay. I don't know where Caitlyn's gone. I'm going to talk to some pros and figure out.
We brought that up, yeah.
But, you know, Kog'Maw, Ezreal, these are the things that Doublelift can thrive on. And if they've disappeared. You're going to carry your team, pick one of those champs.
Yeah, and I think like for me, like I think you summed it up quite nicely. But the key difference between Fnatic and Team Liquid is that I don't think anyone looked at Team Liquid and said, Doublelift has to perform for this team to win, right? Like, he's just been very consistent. He's been very stable. You can always rely on him. And I don't think he's necessarily been a detriment, right? The fact that he's playing now doesn't necessarily feel to me like that it's, I guess you could argue it's slightly different, but it feels like that the team around him is collapsing. Whereas for Reckless, he has been one of the persons that you need to step up. He is one of the 2 stars. So that's why I think there's a little more focus on Reckless, and why, for now, for the time being, my critical eye isn't so much on Doublelift, but more on sort of the team.
And really quickly, Betty played great today.
He actually,
yeah. Right? So he wasn't in the conversation of the 80 carry God matchup that everyone has been looking forward to, but he showed up, and he will continue to play well.
Absolutely do. Sitting at 2-0, taking on Kingzone, followed by RNG versus EVOS Esports, and from there, the undefeated Flash Wolves face off against Team Liquid before we get our second set of games. Now, the action begins at 11 a.m. Central European Summer Time, and that's 2 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Let's talk about some of these matchups that we can look forward to for tomorrow.
There's a chance that Fnatic and Team Liquid have both already won before that game, Dash.
That's true. So they could be sitting at 1 and 2, going head-to-head to go 2 and 2, hopefully.
I think these matchups look awesome for tomorrow. I'm super excited about both of Flash Wolves games as well, because you're really going to get to see if they get to deliver. And if EU and NA have taught us anything about World's group stages, it doesn't matter how you start. It matters how you finish the group stage.
Absolutely.
Don't be worried.
So I'm actually really excited for Royal versus EVOS, because I felt like EVOS stepped up pretty significant in game 2. And while, like, for the first 10 minutes, they didn't really do anything, the moment Yijin decided, I'm going to gank a little bit more, he did not stop ganking. And I am fascinated to see how he will stack up against a jungle like MLXG, who I feel we're yet to see the true MLXG, who's known for constant ganking, his unpredictability, the randomness that he can bring to games. If you have Yijin on form and MLXG...
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
Patience? What's that?
Minions have spawned.
The seasons come and go like thoughts of you.
There are always consequences.
Like a wave returns to the sea, into the blue. They change, but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each pain but the life to live through. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear.
Make me
for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season.
Welcome to Zorn!
Stop hitting me, freaking dirt.
quit until it's right.
Carries memories like an never fading whisper in the breeze. Oh, we will keep on changing all over again. Yeah, we will keep on changing.
Push.
It's the first time that we can fix it. See the first
Fuck, he went to me. Oh man. That was so bad.
Practice 1-7. Time doesn't heal all.
Cage has nothing. What the hell?
Don't you know? Don't you know?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I'm living in shadow. Don't you know? Don't you know? I fell for fools gold. I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? I fell for fools gold. I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? You were fools gold. Yes, I did. And I did it all for love. Yes, I did it all for love. Oh. They say fools are saving it, so I guess I'm one of them. Don't you know? I fell for fools gold. I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? I fell for fools gold. I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? You were fools gold. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Progress doesn't belong to one city. Back to going forward. This is how we say hello in Zion.
Better of a stranger. Leave me with a friend. All right. I found a break. I walk alone in the night. Beneath the pale moon. Love is for the fools. Baby, fool out my body. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone. I'm a lone wolf.
I finish what I started. I'll help you this time.
Creeping through the shadows in the corners of your mind.
Enemy has been slain.
I go in the window. I run but I don't hide. I hear the call of the wild, whispering the name. No, I can't be tamed. My heart belongs to the night. I'm alone. I'm alone. I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a lone wolf.
Let's go hunt some liches. Not quit until it's right.
Like a real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up, like a captive. I want you. Used to pay my mind like standing on rainbows,
An enemy
playing
has
it
been
cool.
slain.
I haven't felt this in ages, and I know patience. So won't you please? Stay
Killing spree.
I'd rather make mistakes than make nothing.
Ain't no luck, finding real love. Gotta know where to look. Time moves fast, and I won't
Zon
back.
is the future.
I want to. Used to pay my mind like standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I know my patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me strong. Making me strong. What can I do to make you stay a little longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger.
Second verse time for everything. Back to going forward.
Oh no! Fuck.
An enemy has been
I
slain.
lifted up my keyboard a little. It's on my lap right now.
Ally has been slain.
Star. Alright, that was a waste. I'm probably gonna not do so well here.
I hate being responsible.
I
like hitting you.
No, that's satisfying if you're him, but satisfying. Oh no! Oh, please.
One counter jungle.
RNG actually brought 2 subs. You thought they had
Karsa, they brought
Karsa and Evelyn D.
Yes.
Because there are 2 versions of that player. I'm not sure which one you want to see.
I don't know what I expected to come out of that setup. That was so obvious, and then it still caught me off guard. Yeah, kudos there. All right, well, jungle matchups. I mean, yeah, Evo does have their work cut out for them, though. They have to follow their RNG game with a King Zone game tomorrow, so they definitely will need to step up if they want to walk away with some victory.
To be fair, if we're predicting that King Zone and RNG are kind of 1 and 2, which is kind of what the tournament's showcasing us, then Evo's just, they get it out of the way, you know, relatively early. Like day 2, whatever, it's fine. We just gotta look towards our Fanatics and our TLs and our Flash Wolves. To me, as Jat was saying, this is the most important day for Flash Wolves. I'm not aboard the Flash Wolves hype just yet, but day 2 will be the real gut check for me of, okay, Flash Wolves didn't come to just compete, they came to win.
And anything can happen, and there's still plenty of room for all of these teams to shuffle around in the standings. That's going to do it for day 1 of groups. For myself, the casters, and the entire live broadcast crew, thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for more MSI 2018. Good night.
That's the ult. Look at Sion, he's in the bottom lane as well.
I think it always is going to be a final between CLG 2015 members. I think the 2015 team was the best possible roster for NA that could have happened, and we only got to play the 1 split. Once we all split up, everyone had success on every team they'd been on. And I think that's because of what we had learned that year, and we just spread it throughout.
to Obli and you, and then tosses back to them, and then tosses to me, and then tosses back to them.
Congrats, bro.
So,
what happened? You're on your key. What do you mean? What happened? Oh shit, yeah, I'm just in the finals. I'm on your key. Oh, thanks, bro.
Miami, please join me in presenting the 2018 Spring Regular Season MVP.
Coming to 100 Thieves, the leadership role, I just naturally fall into that role. I don't like doing things half-assed, and I don't like losing. So I just want it to be the best as it possibly can. And since that is how my makeup is, and I naturally fall into that role, it just happens. I don't aggressively try to take it or just, you know, show up, I'm the leader, guys, listen to me. I think it's just how I talk, how I approach things, and where I want it to go. In League of Legends, we all want to win. Any team, you know, they all want to win, but it's just how you get there. And for me, the how part and the why is what's most important.
Going to be the culmination of an entire split's worth of work for both of these brand new squads.
It's just like regular season. There's the crowd.
and then there's the stage. It's like regular season, it's like regular season. Stone cold. You know, feel nothing. Play for the team. What? Play for team. I'm always play for team. Sure, yeah.
It's very hard for teams to be selfless. Everybody has their own opinion, and it's really hard to get people to all agree for one idea because League of Legends isn't the same scenario every single time. There's always something different, you know, something different thrown in the equation. So if you call a plan, you need to make sure that everybody that's involved is able to get to that goal. And that means looking out for the other person.
We can go for the dive. You can start pushing. Yep. We'll probably need Skarner to gain now.
Yeah, I'm here.
They got it. Yeah, wait for us to get close.
I'm gonna Predator on him.
Yeah, we can go.
Nobody can help Impact here. It's a 1v4 under turret. Meteos has everything available here on the Skarner. The damage coming in, the dive going through. Impact flashing away, still looking to maybe survive. Cody Sun with the damage. And first blood to 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves make the first move, and they are rewarded for it.
We'll probably get a first.
What do you want to do? I think you gotta go catch bottom someday.
Okay. But also give them that respect that, you know, maybe I'm wrong. And that's very important. If you have the person who you're listening to for calls and he's not listening to you, or you don't feel like you're being heard, then I don't think you can become a selfless team. You always have those strives.
Yeah, pull him. I can hit him in turn.
They grab Sejuani, they grab it Smithy. Meteos decides this is the pull, this is the play, this is the initiation, and they find the enemy jungle.
We have no more engage,
Afromu and Meteos, they have had so many combinations this year.
It's so hard to get like 5 guys doing the same thing anywhere. There you go. So teams that are really good at doing that are usually the ones that have the most success. And for me, all I can think about is CLG 2015. 4 or 5 of us are in the finals, and all of us know what it is to get to that point of being a great team.
I think we got a turn, okay?
We need to get hide here.
I'm gonna hide.
Yeah, start it.
Ellie's missing. Oh yeah, Ellie. Hey guys, ready?
This is the kind of play this team wants to make. They're going for Baron. They've got it down to half. Afro on them. Afro coming around from the side. The shuffle backwards, looking to disengage, and the suppression comes through. And Pole Belter is dragged down.
Oh my God, flash ulted. Hey, you guys are 3 now. Wait, I'm up in 10 seconds. I think is he gone?
No, we have to. I try to steal it. Please.
Yeah, I think I can just in.
Just wait. I'll tell you what.
And 100 Thieves head right back into the pit. Still have to worry about Xmitney smiting this.
All right, I'm gonna try to headbutt him. Okay?
Yep. Okay. Baron, what?
You guys are fine. Keep playing.
Okay, let's time all their sums. Skarner flash there.
Fuck, Jake, you're so good.
Skarner play. Good steal.
Okay.
Our bot wave is pushing to us.
Yeah. Hey, dragon up in 1 minute. Okay.
Now Team Liquid, still 20 seconds left of the Baron buff, moves themselves into position onto the inhibitor.
Eugene, we're really stacked. Let me pick the bot side.
Managing to go for the throw, trying to get Someday there into the middle. They pick him off. Meteos through the side, now going to be isolated himself, taken down. And Team Liquid would win right here. A double kill for double.
We're gonna
Go. The Thieves are out, and Liquid.
Okay, now I understand what happened there.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
Brave the
shadows find the truth. Balance is a fool's master.
Minions have spawned.
Secrets kept, our weapons wasted. Without a sound. Only the worthy will survive. Tradition is the corpse.
First blood.
Shadows have enlightened me. The truth lies in darkness. No technique is forbidden. Tradition is the corpse of wisdom. Shadows find truth.
An ally has been slain.
Do not fear the shrouded path. Secrets kept, our weapons wasted. shadows.
Slain. An enemy has been slain.
No technique is forbidden.
Slain an enemy.
Balance is a fool's master.
Fucking A, dude.
An enemy has been slain.
Do not deny me. Secrets kept are
An
weapons.
enemy has been slain. Killing spree.
Tradition is the core.
An ally has been slain.
What the hell was she doing?
Cut the last breath. What I have done cannot be undone. Wasted.
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
This is a fool's master.
An enemy has been slain.
Tradition is the corpse of wisdom. The truth lies in darkness.
What the fuck? That did not kill him? What the fuck is this game?
An ally has been slain. Enemy killing spree. Double kill.
What the fuck is this?
Your turret has been destroyed.
Dragon over fucking
Has been slain.
one's wasted.
Can't win them all.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. An ally has been slain.
Shit.
destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
We have a shrouded path.
Drink, think, deeply as I sink.
Shut down.
Finally, someplace I found peace. Banging drop stanzas, never needing answers. We wander all alone.
Has been slain. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Dazed. Your turret has been destroyed.
How it feels in the dark of night. Tabletops counting eyes in the early hours. Stone cold inside. Banging drop stanzas, never needing answers. We wander all alone, but we can't find the street lights gone. We wander all alone, but we can't deny the street light people.
We'll take game number one.
You're still Okay, next game. Let's focus. We actually should have lost. Jake, let's just focus on the next game.
Okay, nice.
I think getting out of my own head, kind of like getting out of my own way, was really important for me this year. I just got super caught up in how will I look to the fans, like, oh man, people are gonna think I'm washed up because I got kicked off TSM, because Sven is performing better than me, and like all these kind of negative thoughts. And then I realized that like, I'm just getting in my own way all the time. I'm just thinking about just me.
I'm down.
Like I know you guys are a little bit like hyped up, you guys are excited, but just try to calm down a little bit and focus more on listening. Like you guys are all talking like a lot, the comms are getting cluttered, you guys just really need to listen. You guys already know like what to do. Like you don't have to like say everything in detail. Like you just have to say out what you need to say and then have comms and be on the same page. Everyone has their role, right?
근데 추가인 같은 경우는 말을 못하잖아. 너무 말이 많아서.
Yeah, because like Ule can't really speak because there were so many comms coming out, right? So calm down, have the comms explain, okay?
Alright, liquid on 3. 1, 2, 3, liquid!
They don't have a pink on bottom. Yeah, we can move down bottom. Yo. I'm gonna go bottom. Wait for me. Let me go first.
Okay, can we play with that wave?
Yeah.
We got it.
No problem.
Cody's son and Afro Moo gonna have a hard time getting away from this, but Cody's already down. Afro will follow him shortly after. And Liquid walk away with 2. Pobelter comes through the Ryu wall, and now it might be Liquid, who's found 100 Thieves in a Ryu match, but a four-man shuffle finds them all, and Liquid finds huge success.
100 Thieves take down Smithy, but Pobelter finds vengeance for his friend.
This is such a massive amount of momentum for Team Liquid. The Thieves are on the retreat, and Liquid is looking to take this to match point right here, right now.
Nice job, guys.
And Liquid finds huge success.
100 Thieves take down Smithy, but Pobelter finds vengeance for his friend.
This is such a massive amount of momentum for Team Liquid. The Thieves are on the retreat, and Liquid is looking to take this to match point right here, right now.
Nice job, guys.
잘했어. 커뮤니케이션 훨씬 좋았고.
I mean, like, the communication was a lot better this game than the first game. You guys are a lot more calm.
One of the things that our coaching staff said was the most dangerous opponent is the one with their backs to the wall. So we were really expecting them to come out swinging hard.
Right, that's fine.
First pick Caitlyn.
Yeah, first pick Caitlyn. What's her answer?
Jin.
Jin.
Then I walked out of base at level 1, and Cody's playing Caitlyn, I'm playing Jin. It's a really hard matchup for me. And he has Doran's Shield, because he just wants to farm evenly, and I knew right then we won. Like, for sure we're gonna win.
If it's freezing, I'm gonna go bot.
Yeah, just go bottom. Yeah, we'll force to play bot.
Go, 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 we got them both.
Yeah.
Double F opens up.
The curtain call is out. Cody Sun looking to get away. Pobelter with another great shuffle. Cody Sun is down. Aframu likely to follow the deadly flourish from downtown.
Nice. That was insane. We kill turret, you look engaged, same as last game. Yeah.
They can stick around with the buff.
There goes Xfinity, able to go in, able to find the bull, destroys Ryu, and that's one of your carries already out of the picture. 100 Thieves in some trouble, gonna be taken even lower. Aframu already taken down. It's a double for double lift, and the Thieves are routed.
My mind is usually really numb when there's just sensory overload. Everyone's screaming. I don't even know what the crowd is chanting. They're just yelling.
Finish. Let's go. Let's go. Nice, guys.
More kills?
You're so good. You're hella good. Our whole fucking team is hella good. It's okay.
It's okay.
They've all been to the final stage before, and now they'll be there victorious together.
You know, I look around at my teammates, and visually there's like confetti everywhere. Like, I can't process what's going on, but the thing that I kind of like locked on was I looked over at Ola and I hugged him, and I saw he was kind of tearing up. He was crying a little bit because he was so happy that we won, and that made me really happy. You know, that he felt so relieved and so overwhelmed by winning, and I kind of like got to appreciate that moment of just like being with my teammates, holding the trophy. We all get to share this like great experience together.
Team Liquid are your North American LCS Spring Split champions.
Team Liquid will take their place amongst the old guard to be remembered forever.
I think this is the first championship, the first playoffs I've played in where I just felt happy for everyone else. Other ones, I was happy for myself. I'm like, yeah, I get to vindicate myself. Finally, I get to win with CLG. Finally, like, I get to win on TSM and like perpetuate the legacy. Like, I feel great. But this is the one where I felt really happy for Steve because he was getting bashed by every owner and just getting like mocked all the time. And he finally kind of like got his moment where it all worked for him.
It all started with the Baron steal.
I'm not so happy.
Did they have confetti and relegations?
No, they don't.
I mean, I was happy for Ole for winning his first time and like persevering through that. And like Impact was saying like, oh my God, you know, I've never won a finals. Like, he's like, oh, but with Peter, like, we're definitely gonna make the finals. Like, we just need to win one match.
Untiltable. I honor you.
you know, pole vaulter finally gets recognized.
No, Eugene's flash ulti was sick. That was nuts.
Like, Jake gets a sick Baron steal to like give us the momentum to win the series. I think it was mostly about others this time, and that's why it's totally different. But I did think about my fans and how, like, my fans were so supportive of me, especially after the Echo Fox weekend. They were, like, really went out of their way to type like long messages to me and support me and like to make sure that I was okay. So I did think a lot about, wow, like they care so much about me that they took like a big chunk out of their day to show their support, and I was really grateful for that, so I kind of wanted to do it for them. For us, we're gonna go to MSI. I've never been more excited because it's like, I've been to Worlds, I've been to playoffs, I've won LCS before, but I've never been to MSI. It's so cool and new for me, and I'm playing with someone, I'm playing with Smithy. He was the MSI finalist on CLG. He beat SKT, crazy upsets, and I want to like recreate that, but I want to take it all the way. You know, like I want to make America really proud of me and of Team Liquid, our performance, and this could be the turning point for me. This could be where everything changes, and like, and North America gets on the radar internationally, and I get on the radar, and yeah, I just really want to, make it happen.
Oh my god.
I can already see it now. Everyone's gonna push me versus Reckless because we have been playing pretty well recently, according to the community. I think Reckless has been playing a little bit better than me based on what I've seen. And I really respect a player who's been at that level of play for so long because I know what it's like. I'm excited to play him too. I think he's really good. It feels way worse to lose than it feels good to win. Winning, I feel good for 5 minutes. So I'm really looking on to the next one. Like, I remember when I was a little kid, I used to play Street Fighter, and the coolest thing when you beat the campaign is Ryu. They're celebrating his victory on all of Ryu's friends are there, whatever, and then it cuts to Ryu and he's just walking off and he's like, he's already up to the next challenge. And I thought that was so badass that like he doesn't care that he won the tournament. He just wants to go to the next thing.
If you give me literally 35 seconds, I'm going to show you how we generate $10,000 to $50,000 per month selling weird items like this animal skull from home, without any staff, without any upfront investment. It's actually extremely simple. Let me show you. So what we do is we go to the Chinese wholesale website. You can see I can buy this skull right here for about $11. Then what I use a tool called Shopify. It allows us to build a free store, and we place these items on our store, and you can see right here, I can sell the skull for $50. $80, $100. And when we sell a skull like this for $100 on our website and we buy it for $10, we keep the $90 profit. That's all there is to it. It's pretty easy. We buy stuff cheaply and then we sell it for a higher price online. You see this all over the world in every single store ever. Now, if you want to see step-by-step how we generate 10 to 50K a month doing this, I mean, step-by-step, inside of our stores. We're having a live class today that you can attend by clicking the upper right-hand corner if you're on mobile, or the lower left-hand corner if you're on desktop. You can go through a page like this and you can reserve your seat. We have a 300-seat maximum due to our software, so you need to reserve your seat right now. And on this class, you're literally going to see exactly step-by-step products we pick, why we pick them, where we pick them from. We're going to show you exactly how to set up the store, and most importantly, we're going to show you to get customers there dirt cheap or absolutely for free in some cases. And look, this doesn't take any big upfront investment. You don't need a staff or anything complicated like that. You don't even need technical skills. And if you look at all these people flashing right here who attend this same call, a lot of people have been getting sales the very next day after applying these tactics or generating $2,000, $3,000, $10,000 per month in their first month using these tactics. Now, I can't promise you these results, but I can promise you will see the same exact tactics these people are using because they attended this same live class, and I'm inviting you to right now. And all you need to do is click in the upper right-hand corner if you're on mobile, or the lower left-hand corner if you're on desktop. The page looks like this. Enter in your email and come join the live stream today. And I can't stress enough, stop being skeptical. This is a business practice called dropshipping. You see it at 7-Eleven, Whole Foods, all over Amazon, even at Starbucks. It's one of the oldest business practices of all time, and that's why it kills it online. The big, huge thing right now is there's never been a chance before where you can get access to customers. You can build the store almost 100% for free, and you can get items as an individual. This is why you are able to do this from home without any staff and without any big upfront investment. And we want to show you literally step by step how to do this today. We're going to take you behind stores that's doing $10,000. We're actually going to take you behind a store that's doing $120,000 a month and actually did $500,000 in sales in 60 days. We'll show you step by step how we did that. All you need to do is click in the upper right hand corner if you're on mobile, or the lower left hand corner if you're on desktop. Again, we have a 3 receipt maximum, and that's really it. I don't think I can repeat myself anymore. So how about a joke? Why don't they play cards in a jungle? There's too many cheetahs. All right, so you can get way more jokes like that. You can actually see how we're generating a full-time business just selling goofy little items like this. I mean, you don't even have to sell skulls, okay? We're selling sewing machines, we're selling salt shakers. It goes on and on and on. So click those links, top right-hand corner, lower left-hand corner. I will see you there. And if you don't come, you won't get any.
Let's finish this quickly.
Oh, I can't move! An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Enemy killing spree.
Don't cross me. I never compromise. This blade's my favorite.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Fade away.
On the razor's edge.
An ally has been slain.
Only
Oh
fools
shoot, I don't even
pledge
have
life
shields
to
on.
honor.
Sorry.
An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise. Pathetic.
An enemy has been slain.
Life to honor.
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
They won't survive.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
There's nowhere to hide.
Fucking shit. What the fuck was he thinking?
Don't cross me.
An ally has been slain.
I never compromise.
Have been slain.
What the fuck are you even doing?
turret has been destroyed.
Nothing to me.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Only fools pledge life to honor. They won't survive.
Oh my gosh, that's fucking slow. Why did I...
Your turret has been destroyed.
There's nowhere to hide.
An ally has been slain.
Don't cross me. Enjoy the taste of steel.
An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill.
Their bones will wear my blade.
Enemy killing spree. respawning soon.
They won't survive. There's nowhere to hide.
An enemy is unstoppable.
Trust me.
Shut down.
I never compromise.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Shut down. Enemy killing spree. An ally has been slain. Enemy rampage.
Only fools pledge life to honor. They won't survive.
Rampage.